Well, let this be a warning to all the corrupt mayors out there. All right, Henyard, are you listening? I know it's been a few years since this old boy was indicted, but guess what? He's going to prison.
Of Hempstead is headed to prison. That sentence comes nearly 6 years after a routine audit uncovered questionable spending at City Hall. KPRC2 investigator Robert Arnold has been on this case since former Mayor Michael Wolf was first charged. He is joining us now live from Hempstead. And Robert, the former mayor initially fought these charges. Tell us about it.
He did. The former mayor was facing a first-degree felony over how he was spending the taxpayers' money, and they were in the middle of trial. Prosecutors called 7 witnesses to the stand, and the defense was supposed to start presenting its case today to a jury, but former Mayor Michael Wolf changed his mind and pleaded guilty. At the heart of the case are roads like this one.
In this case, Mayor Wolf, he was using his position and the taxpayer money of the city of Hempstead to benefit himself, his family, his friends, his supporters, and people he liked.
Waller County District Attorney Sean Whitmore says a yearly audit of city finances was the first red flag. It uncovered certain people getting a pass on not paying their utility bills. That led to more questions about how former Mayor Michael Wolf was spending taxpayer dollars. Eventually, prosecutors Bennett Dodson and Elliot Beatty amassed binders full of invoices and maps of road work that was never done or never completed.
Our theory of the case was the system was set up as such where basically everything at City Hall flowed through the mayor.
Prosecutor Bennett Dodson says he totaled more than $2 million worth of road work, all approved by the former mayor and all going to one vendor without any checks and balances.
When you looked at the pattern of these invoices over time and where the work was being done, there was absolutely no supervision of the road work, and the city had paid for roads that still don't exist.
Prosecutor Elliot Beatty says Wolf approved all these invoices himself and made sure to keep the amounts low enough to not trigger state bidding laws.
If a project costs more than $50,000, it must be bid out by law. There were invoices for $49,000, $49,800, $48,900, very suspicious amounts.
After initially pleading not guilty, Wolf's attorney told prosecutors this morning his client had changed his mind and would plead guilty. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison.
He can't go out there and say, well, the jury got it wrong or the judge got it wrong, I'm still innocent. No, you admitted to that conduct.
We're not going to stand for any public official abusing their office for the benefit of others or themselves.
And as I said, this road was one example in the case. There were several invoices showing multiple amounts of work done out here, yet it's still not finished. Now, Sean Whitmore recently took over as district attorney in December for Waller County, and he said he is still looking into whether charges can be filed against the vendor in this case. We did not mention that vendor because no charges have been filed at this time, but the investigation is not yet complete.
Well, once it all starts to come unraveled and they see who all was lining their pockets, all the mayor's buddies. Oh, Mayor Hempstead. Oh, that's Hempstead. He's in trouble. Oh, no. He's the Hempstead mayor. Dang it. Let me get it right. It's Henyard that should be watching this. Henyard, you're going to be in trouble, girl. Woo. Okay, now this mayor is something else. This is like a damn movie.
Well, more controversy is brewing in South suburban Dalton.
So last night, police shut down 2 popular bars. One trustee says the reason? Because they're not financially supporting Dalton's mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Our Dane Placco has more.
Is it coincidence or retaliation? Both of the Dalton bars that were raided and shut down last night, we visited the day before as part of our ongoing investigation into allegations of political corruption in Dalton.
They just rushed in here, put police at the front of the door like they was doing a raid on the drug house or something.
A team of Dalton police officers raided and shut down Pablo's Bar and Cafe and Rinky's Bar and Cafe, both located on Sibley, about a block apart.
Everything going peacefully, nothing going on. It's like 10 police cars came in and they start pushing customers from here. And he said, if you don't leave, we're going to lock you up.
Employees and owners say it's part of an ongoing campaign of harassment by Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard that is costing jobs and money. Their business licenses have been stripped by Dalton, but they've continued to operate with a state license.
I have like over 23 employees. They work from the local township. Now, end of the day, all the employees, they're gonna lose their job.
It's ridiculous. We all have mouths to feed. We all have kids. They're not giving us no explanation.
On Monday, we visited both Rinky's and Pablo's to ask about allegations their licenses were being held up for political reasons. Then last evening, we broke the story that FBI agents have questioned at least a half dozen people, including business owners, a former Dalton employee, and an elected official as part of an investigation into Mayor Henyard. Less than 2 hours after our story aired, police raided the two bars.
Someone seen you go in there, and in 2 hours after your story airs, that police are at both of these establishments.
Dalton trustee Tammy Brown says she believes the raids are meant to send a warning to others not to talk. And she believes there's a reason so many Dalton businesses are having trouble getting their licenses renewed.
I'm sure that they were asked to make a donation, and most likely they didn't make a donation. So you don't get a chance to stay open if you don't pay the Queen's ransom.
Now, tomorrow evening, there will be a special public meeting of the trustees who are opposed to the mayor, in which they plan to take action on the village's finances, getting access to Village Hall. They've been locked out, and welcoming that investigation by federal agencies. Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
I mean, the level at which this mayor is flaunting her power and her corruption, I mean, it's ghastly. But guess what? If we just take a look to the very top of our own government, we see it's the same thing. Our own DOJ, our own FBI. So the FBI is probing her. Well, who's probing him?
Fox 32 has information indicating the FBI has launched an investigation into controversial Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Don't probe me, bro.
Dane Placco has been following allegations of her misspending and joins us now with an update. Dane.
Yeah, we've been reporting for nearly 2 years on allegations of corruption surrounding Henyard in her capacity as Dalton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. And now we've learned from multiple sources that federal agents are in fact interviewing witnesses as part of a possible investigation that may or may not result in charges. Did the FBI agents you talked to seem serious about
very serious
concerns?
Very serious. Very.
Lawrence Gardner owns a U-Haul rental and trucking business in South Suburban Dalton and says he went to the FBI several months ago, frustrated that the village of Dalton would not renew his business license. Gardner says he's been harassed and his business raided and shut down by Dalton police. He believes because he refused to make a donation to a civic event sponsored by Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
And I talked to a couple of agents and I explained them what was going on. I gave them all my paperwork to show them what was happening in court and what was happening in Dalton. And they told me they was investigating and they would be in touch with me.
Gardner is one of 6 people who confirmed to Fox 32 that they've been interviewed by the FBI, ranging from Dalton business owners to a former village employee and at least one public official. And we've learned the FBI has been using electronic surveillance as part of its investigation. Agents are asking questions about Henyard's alleged use of taxpayer dollars and resources, including massive spending on out-of-town trips, hundreds of thousands of dollars in police overtime for her personal security detail, using public employees and tax dollars for personal benefit, and holding up licenses to certain businesses like this Dalton restaurant.
I've heard rumors that say, hey, I'm on the wrong team.
Dwayne Wood has been trying to renew the business license for his restaurant for nearly a year. While he has not talked to the FBI, he believes he can't get approved because he's provided catering to several Dalton trustees who are engaged in a political fight with Henyard.
I think I've been just targeted because of my association affiliation with a certain group of people. You know, I had the trustees. I cooked for the trustees.
And in a lawsuit filed by a Dalton towing company, the owner alleges their business license has been held up because, quote, George's Towing's refusal to support or contribute to Henyard's political campaign. In a statement, Dalton trustee Jason House reacted to the news of the FBI's involvement. We welcome any investigation that will bring transparency on how taxpayer dollars are being spent. Our residents deserve this level of financial transparency.
Wow, she is something else, but it ain't over yet.
reached out to the FBI, which said it is policy for the agency not to comment on the nature, existence, or non-existence of any.
Oh, Lordy. Or even, they're not even going to confirm the spelling of FBI. Whoa. And the hits keep coming. Man, Tiffany's a little bit worried, but she's really going to be worried if she sees this Bad Apple report and sees that first story about that other mayor that's going to prison, because that's where she's going.
But we want to tell you about the Illinois Attorney General's office now ordering a charity run by Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard to stop soliciting donations. The charity, called Tiffany Henyard Cares, failed to register with the Attorney General's office or disclose how much money it raised and how the money is being spent. Fox 32 first raised questions about her charity last year. Our investigation with the Illinois Answers Project found she was using public employees and taxpayer dollars to support the charity, including a $10,000 donation from Thornton Township, where she is supervisor. The AG's office says it is evaluating further action against the charity to protect donors. And
okay, folks. All right, we've seen enough. There's a lot of corruption going on with these government thugs. But all the stuff you see on the Bad Apple Report and hear it at home on the range here every day, folks, we pay for all this. All their cars, all their plane trips, all their clothes, their fingernail polish, their kids' karate lessons, we pay for that. All while they just act like thugs and lord over us. Well, that was a story. I don't know what she's going to do, but I think she's in some hot water. There's more. Well, we couldn't wrap up our stupid idiots down at City Hall special without a city leader who wants to slap somebody around for no damn good reason. Well, he may have had a good reason, but... well, actually, there is no good reason. He said the guy flipped him off and that was a good enough reason for him, but that's not a good enough reason.
Tonight, a city leader charged with battery after video appears to show him punching a man in a parking lot.
And it's not the first time this city commissioner has been in trouble. News 13's Annalisa Pardo explains.
Hobbs City Commissioner Roy Dwayne Pennick in hot water again, charged with battery, after video appears to show him walking over to this truck and punching the driver. According to the criminal complaint, on December 6th, the victim went to Lowe's and told police Pennick came up to his truck banging on the window. The victim tells police he rolled the window down, and that's when Pennick punched him. Though Pennick tells police the victim is the one who started it, giving him the finger and telling the commissioner he was, quote, going down. Pennick also claims the victim spit on him, which led him to throwing a punch. The criminal complaint says the bad blood between the two is years old, involving a dispute over work Pennick did on the victim's house, which the victim posted about on social media. Pennick is charged with battery for this incident and...
oh, so I'm guessing Pennick did a really crappy job, charged too much, and then wouldn't fix the bad crappy job. I'm just guessing. That's what seems like happened.
it's not the first time he's facing the charge. In 2019, Pennick was charged after getting into a fight with an ice cream shop manager and her husband after her husband pulled into a handicapped parking spot to drop her off, according to court documents. In that...
Look at this knucklehead, you guys. This big-eared. Look at his little Betty Crocker hairdo and his little... oh, he's so perfect. Oh, he's a perfect man out on the town. What a gentleman. If you're a business owner in this guy's town, do you look at this guy with any respect whatsoever? How on earth could you let him on your town charter? What a knucklehead.
Case, Pennick pled no contest to battery and other charges and had to take anger management classes.
Oh, I would love to see the video of him in an anger management class. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm gonna try not to beat someone up until they pee. Okay, I just made that up.
Annalisa Pardo, KRQE, News 13.
Okay. Look at this loser. What a loser. You people elected this loser? Psh, if you vote for him, you're a loser. All right, that's it for our city worker knucklehead special.